Recite Surah Muzzamil for 40 days and 40 times every day will fulfill your desire. I have seen many dua books in the market, and also many people ask me the same question, because the problem is that majority of the Muslims does not read the authentic hadith and do not read the solutions from the Sahih Hadith, and they basically just following the Maulanas or local Imam, whatever somebody is telling them to do that. So if you ask me the question, if to recite the Surah Muzzamil for 40 days and 40 times every day, or do this recitation and that recitation, basically this is a bid'ah. If you ask me to do that, this is basically bid'ah. It is not the teaching of the Prophet ﷺ, and it is not being instructed for any Muslim to do that, but rather just go back to the teaching of the Prophet ﷺ said, where the Prophet ﷺ said, in order to have the rizq, how to get the rizq, there's the adhkar, and to stay in a wudu, and do a lot of sadaqah, and there's many ways to do that. But rather, if you just get the book from the market where it has a lot of information, like for example, I have came across with a book where it was 99 names of Allah, and on each page there was a name of Allah, and below that it has all the information. If you recite this so many times in this, after Dhuhr time or after Asr time or whatever your desire is going to be fulfilled. So when their desire is being fulfilled, they get more addicted to that, because their faith and everything built on that. But rather, this is the bid'ah. And if their desire, the requirement has been fulfilled, it's only by the will of Allah. Because if somebody is in trouble, it's natural that Allah is going to fulfill his requirement, because he is in trouble. But it is not something their desire has been fulfilled because of something what some Maulana has, some publisher has been selling a books was being fulfilled because of that. It was basically fulfilled of that because because they desire something, they're in trouble, and Allah is watching them. And what happens that when they because they try to build their yaqeen by doing this one, their desire will be fulfilled, and they're going to get a job, or whatever the problem they have is going to be fulfilled. But rather, it is good that some Muslims just send the question, and they try to verify the information, if this is something authentic or not, or this is something from the Prophet ﷺ or not. So there's a many majority books are being sold in the market, like dua books and the Ruqyah books and all that books. So it is suggested and instructed to all Muslims, please do not do that. Go back to the authentic teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, and do the Sunnah Ruqyah, do the Sunnah cure from the teaching of the Prophet ﷺ, not by some like Maulanas.